Welcome to Wrestling Matters, and this is Alicia Fleming, and my first topic for the day is Vengeance. Vengeance was actually a decent pay-per-view. It wasn't as bad as Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell was a terrible pay-per-view. I didn't like it at all. The only thing I liked about Hell in a Cell was the fact that Cena got locked out of the cage and Del Rio won. I just thought that was kind of comical. It never happened before. A lot of people are upset, how can Del Rio win the championship if Cena's not even a part of the match? Well, that's how triple threat Hell in a Cells go. I mean, there's no rules. It's fair and square, I think. But Vengeance was interesting because of the different matches that they had. I'm a big fan of Dolph Ziggler, so I hated the fact that they lost, but at least he lost to a good team. I like Air Boom. I heard about Evan Bourne yesterday being suspended. But I've always liked Evan Bourne. Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger, big fans. Of course, I really thought Zack Ryder would win the title, especially with Dolph Ziggler already losing the night. But he didn't. I'm a huge Zack Ryder fan. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. So, great pay-per-view though. I thought the ring breaking, even though it's happened before, it made more sense because of the Mark Henry Big Show thing, and it also leads to another match, which I figured would happen. The only thing that was shocking about the ring collapsing was the main event. How were they going to hold the main event? And I really enjoyed having Del Rio win. I really had thought maybe, just the way they've been playing for the last couple months, that Del Rio would lose. I was going to be very upset. He deserves much better than that, I thought. I don't like how they're treating Christian. He is a lot better than they laid on to be. They make him a whiny little brat, and I don't like it. He's a great champion. He deserves that world championship, even though, people's going to count it out because they're going to say, well, due to Edge's retirement, he became champion. That's not true. He deserved it. I think regardless if Edge had to retire, Christian would have became champion sooner or later. Hopefully sooner. But like Edge said, he actually believed that if he hadn't had to retire, Christian probably would have won it off of him, which I think I would have preferred better. But Del Rio and Christian had a really good ladder match. And, Christian had wonderful, great matches with Randy Orton. And he went from Randy Orton and the world title to Sheamus. Not down on Sheamus at all. He's a great athlete. I like Sheamus. But he's losing all the time. And they don't give him credibility. And I don't like that. And the next thing is Monday Night Raw. Seriously, did people really think The Rock was going to say no? I mean, come on, they'd already had it in the magazines, they already had it advertised, that The Rock was going to team with John Cena, so it wasn't no shock to anyone, and if it was, they don't pay attention. The Muppets, it was alright. The comedy, I understood, I thought it was cute, some of the Muppets, I like the Muppets, I mean, who doesn't? If you don't, then you're not American. But some of it was lame, but it was comical. Some of it was actually pretty good. And I think my favorite part was when the Sheamus Christian, Sheamus doing that guy's hair. I thought that was cute. And then going into Survivor Series, I'm really glad that CM Punk is going to face Del Rio. Do I think CM Punk's going to win? I'll have to wait until it gets closer. I would love for CM Punk to be champion going into WrestleMania. That would be really awesome. But if Punk goes ahead and wins, do I see him winning the Rumble? I've heard that Randy Orton might win the Royal Rumble. I hope that does not happen. Because he's already won it and he don't need it. The people who need it is Christian and CM Punk. I'd even throw Dolph Ziggler in there. I would enjoy Dolph Ziggler winning. I actually called Del Rio winning the Royal Rumble last year. And of course I was there for Edge's return to the Royal Rumble. That was really cool. Me and my best friend Corey. So, tickets go on sale tomorrow for WrestleMania. I'm very, very excited. If somebody wants to go to WrestleMania and doesn't know the pre-code, it's all capital letters. There's 2 of them so far. Epic Night Together. and then Immortals. And the main event for that one, of course, is The Rock versus John Cena. And my thing, of course, when it gets closer to WrestleMania, I'll have more voice on WrestleMania. But right now, I truly believe that John Cena might win. I really don't see The Rock winning. The only thing I think The Rock would win was because it's in Miami, but I think the win for The Rock will be at Survivor Series. I see him getting his win, and then probably John Cena getting the pinfall or something, submission, and then The Rock's probably going to turn on him. They're going to try and make The Rock look like the bad guy going in, so people will cheer Cena, which I really don't think will work. But that's what they're going to hope for. I think Survivor Series overall will be actually a decent pay-per-view. Of course, you got The Rock and John Cena versus The Miz and R-Truth. You got Del Rio versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship. And then you got Mark Henry versus Big Show for the World Championship. And of course, they're leading for the 5-on-5 series with Sheamus and Christian. And, they've even thrown in, Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, Kofi Kingston, and Evan Bourne. Which, now with Evan being suspended, I really don't know how they're going to do that. I hate that for Evan. I heard it was the fake pot, which I guess is illegal in most states now. I don't know how the WWE does that. I know 3 people got suspended because of the pot. Was Heath Slater recently got suspended, Evan Bourne, and Darren Young. But yeah, and I'm so glad CM Punk is actually getting further in the main event, because I was worried there for a minute. After Money in the Bank and SummerSlam, seemed like he was being lost in the shuffle again. So I'm really happy they're throwing him in with Del Rio. And Kevin Nash. A huge fan of Kevin Nash, and I actually want to show y'all a picture. I got to meet Kevin Nash the other week. Here's the picture of me and Kevin Nash. I'm a huge fan of Kevin Nash. Shawn Michaels. I've met Shawn Michaels. Met Edge. So yeah, I've even met Christian. I met Edge and Christian the same night, so that was really cool. But thank you for tuning in. Please send your voice, your comments. Tell me how you think. This is the first thing I'm kind of experimenting, so I really don't know exactly what to talk about. So let me know. I'll even answer questions. I can do like question sessions. Y'all have specific questions and what I think. Just send them in and I'll answer them. So anything that y'all want me to talk about, I'll talk about. But thank you for tuning in to Wrestling Matters, the first episode, and I'll see you next week.